if we'll only avoid any confrontation with the enemy, he'll forget his evil ways and learn to love.
Hey, it's Vera Icaros here, and I'm about to talk about absolutely nothing for 30 minutes. Alright? Ready, set, go. So, this week has been the most stressful week of my life. And I even haven't started YouTube fully. So, I have literally lost all my Sims 3 games. That happened. And I am salty. I am so salty. I am bitter. I am sour. I am just all those negative emotions. And I'm going to complain about it. So, I had my first Sims game on Christmas of 2013, right? Yeah, right? Before everyone was doing the digital download stuff, I got mine from a store, like a normal fucking person. So, yeah, that happened. So, I'm like, alright. It's like, I was like, I was like 10. So, did you really expect me to keep those codes 4 years later? Still have those codes? EA, I want a refund. And I played these games for like years. And I'm like, oh my god, I don't even have late night or anything like that. And I only have like 4 of my games that I usually had. I'm like, well, sucks to suck. So, I was salty. And I had the most exciting week. Exciting, stressful, all over the place. So, I have a cat, have a bird, and I didn't plan to get any of those. Legit. No plans. And I'm not like a impulse buyer. Don't cook away. I'm not an impulse buyer. It's just a rescue. I have 2 rescues right now. And it was a bird. I have a new bird and a kitten. A kitten. Just think about that. Getting a rescue bird that I'm going to keep forever wasn't enough. I need to get a kitten too, because it's just normal. So I have a rescue bird that's named Pip. She's a parakeet. I actually sold her to the couple that brought her back to me. And I will talk about that instead on my other channel, selfless plug, right here. You can go check that out. It's called Vera Zoo, and I upload every Sunday. And you can see some vlogs, some pet care, some animal tips, some all that kind of stuff, my wackiness in the house with my zoo. So anyway, so I have Pip now. My mom's like, nope, we're not getting any more animals. You're gonna get your other bird, but not any more like mammals, right? So we walk out to this patio, on our patio, and it's like this helpless small animal in the yard. So like being me, I'm like, oh my god, I need to help it, because it wasn't moving. It was clearly in distress. So my mom calls me outside. I'm like, okay, I need to help it. My mom's like, no, I don't want you to pick it up. So we go to the neighbor's house, right? And the neighbor picks it up, blah, 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 and was like, I can't deal with it. I'm not going to watch something die, blah, blah, you know, spiel. Am I going to keep that there? Oh, yeah. So, anyway, so I go across the street. I was like, milk. Get her some milk. She needs some milk. She needs some strong bones. Just get her eating. So we were like force feeding her, because she was very underweight. or like in the sun. I got her a hot water bottle because it's been raining and stuff. So hypothermia is a no-no. So, and it was kind of late to go to a vet. So it kind of was like, okay, we have a cat now. So I literally, this is the first time I actually been away from her since we rescued her, and it's been a long time. So I have a list of things. I'm going to talk about that more extensively on my other channel. Okay. So let's do the test placement for Francesco. Oh my god. So you know how when you get into a good school, you're like, oh, we're going to test you to see where you place, and we're going to put you in a classroom and see what you need and what we need to help you with, right? Okay. So I'm just minding my own business. This was the time where we had the Belle the bird, and it's like I fell in love with her, blah blah blah. So anyway, just the timestamp. This was like 2 weeks ago, from when I'm recording this, which is the 7th July 1st, and I have no 4th of July plans. Oh my god, I'm a loner. I'm gonna die alone. So I'm taking my test, and my mom is like, oh, she just texts me nonchalantly, I got in an accident. No big deal. No qualms. And my mom is a really good driver. She could drive a stick. Pretty solid. She's pretty gangster. And so I'm like, alright. And she's like, it's still drivable. I'm like, are you okay? You're acting really nonchalant about this. And I'm like, okay. Drivable in my mom's case could mean two different things. It could be one wheel, no paint, just the hood of the car is up, and she'll say it's still drivable because she's just such a good driver. And she's the toughest girls out there. Like, Beyonce got nothing on her. She slays. But anyway, back to the story. So I'm like really worried. And my mom's like, I'm fine. But I know, even if she wasn't fine, she would be telling me that she's fine because she's a mom. Okay, does your mom does that? Okay, people that have parents. Is this a normal thing? Please tell me this is a normal thing. That your mom is going to say it's fine when it isn't. It's like, really, I know something's wrong and you're acting like everything's right, but I know when something's wrong. I'm not stupid. You just got in an accident. I'm not retarded. And it's like, oh, it's fine. You just got in an accident, Mom. I don't think it's okay. I don't think it's fine. It's not business as usual. It's not okay. It's not okay. When you get in an accident, it is not okay. So I'm expecting just like tricycle, like one wheel, well, unicycle, one wheel, just like chilling. I'm not even expecting to have paint on the car. I'm just expecting the worst. I'm expecting her to look like she should have been in the hospital 3 days ago. So, do I keep that point there? So I'm waiting for her, and I'm like, okay, this is good. This is fine. Everything's fine. It's not like my mom just got in an accident and she's acting like nothing's wrong. Everything is okay. Everything is totally okay. So then she pulls up and she's like, the only thing that was wrong was the bumper. And I was like, okay, I believe you now. Everything's okay, I guess. And she's like, oh my god, I was like, oh my god, she's okay. I'm so happy. And all that kind of stuff. So I'm flipping through the sarcastic joke with strangers. So I have a very sarcastic humor. I find things that shouldn't be funny, and try to make jokes about them because that's how I get through stuff personally. So I kind of oppose it on everybody. If you knew me in real life, you know that I'm a very sarcastic person. Don't take everything I say at face value, because I don't mean it at face value. I mean it in a very satire. I mean it. It's just satire for me. So anyway, stranger, I come off as very like, don't mess with me with strangers. If I don't like talk to people first, I was like, oh, she doesn't want to be bothered. No, I really want friends. I really want friends, people. If you see me in real life, be like, hey, you want to talk? And I'll be like, sure. Just have something to talk about. You know, you have like certain people that have nothing to talk about, and they strike up a conversation with you, and they just expect you to just take the conversation from there. It bothers me more than you know, more than you will ever know. Because I'm like one of those people who's like, I don't mind having a conversation, but it's like, it takes two to have a conversation. You remember when your teacher used to tell you that? Yep, they're right. It takes two. So I'm sitting here like, oh my god, add something to this conversation. You came up to talk to me first. It's not fair. And then there's the opposite end of the spectrum where people just like totally take over the conversation. Like, oh, are you talking to yourself? I didn't notice you're a YouTuber. I thought I was part of this conversation too. I was supposed to answer. Okay. So anyway, so I have a hard time. I don't have a hard time making friends. I have a hard time keeping them because I'm a very like hermit. So I don't really like talking to people. I don't really like calling or anything. I just like to stay in my house, play The Sims, and stay in my house. So I'm like, have a hard time keeping friends because I'm what you would know as, I will always find an excuse not to come to an event. Especially if I don't like, there's only like 2 people I know, if they call me for a party, I would answer and not try to get out of it in no way, shape, or form. And that's my best friend of 4 years, and my other best friend of 10, actually. Jeez, we struck it up young. So, anyway. So, I'm just over here like, oh, I just like to be a hermit. So, my friends know that about me, and they're like, and especially because I can't really get around like I should. So, I'm a very, like, can't really go places where there's a lot of walking involved. So, then there's, like, some things that they just won't invite me to, because it makes me feel awkward saying no to them. So they're like, okay, she can't do it, so, and they send me, like, Snapchats and that kind of stuff. I'm not on Snapchat. By Snapchat, I mean, like, text stuff, things. Just weird videos or FaceTiming and make me feel included. It feels good. So then I have this The Sims 4 series, which is coming out it's coming out I'm pulling this up. Hold on a sec. Because I don't want to say the wrong date. I know my own schedule. Definitely do. Okay. It's coming out Thursday, right? Been stressed out all week. Whoever said YouTube was easy was lying to you. It's not. Especially if you're doing more story-based LPs or anything that requires a tremendous amount of like storyline thinking and behind the scenes stuff. Even with like stuff like Minecraft, where people are like, oh, that's easy, that's kind of like shoved aside. There's a lot of things that you have to cut out, like walking and getting places and building things and correcting resources and that kind of stuff. It's just not like, I spent like 2 hours recording this video, sir, and for a 30-minute video. So I think Minecraft is like way easier just to like, it's a time killer for one thing. So it's kind of like you get in this grind, like The Sims. I find that you could get lost in The Sims just like the Minecraft, but it's like way easier to get like in that grindy mode where, because in Minecraft I always like find my like routine where I would go to sleep, wake up, like feed the stuff and breed it, kill, cook food, maybe pack for expedition. And I always have like these few things that I do first before I go in any expeditions. I always like get like a farm, lots of food, and stable house, and I forgot something, but an armor, at least iron, full iron. And it makes me kind of like, I don't really like combat. I like just like life simulation and that kind of stuff. My favorite thing about Minecraft is building and making stuff, because I have a lot of time on my hands. I have no life, and it's kind of like, oh my god, I built a whole national park on 1.7.8 10. I mean 1.7.10, and it was a whole park with mods and stuff, and including downloading mods, making the world, getting like all that kind of stuff. I spent a hell of a lot of time there. Again, no life. So there's like two things I really like about this, and people are like, oh, which one do you like better? It's like it's kind of like it depends on what I feel like doing. With The Sims, I kind of feel like I'm just watching them. I'm watching their stories unfold. But with Minecraft, I feel more attached. Well, not attached. Like, it's the difference between watching and playing. So, in Minecraft, I'm like in a constant state of panic. So, and it helps me do stuff. With The Sims, I would always have to have like, I could have like a YouTuber on or a podcast and still play The Sims. Minecraft, full attention, except when I'm building in creative. Survival mode, I'm always like at full attention. Like, oh, let me talk about that. when people try to talk to you when you're clearly doing something else, like, my mom has this, like, thing where she thinks that I'm not paying attention to her if I have anything open. I have my DSI, yes, I still play on my DSI. Yep. I have a DSI. So, I had it open the other day, and I was chewing a granola bar, and I had braces. So, I was, like, holding my head down, because I'm chewing on my side front, because I just got my wires thickened, and it's like, wow, my teeth was hurting. And she's like, pay attention to me. I'm like, I have my face down because I'm chewing. And she's like, oh, all you have to say is okay, Mom. And I'm like, what? Like, what? I don't even get what happened here. It went to 0 to 100 and I didn't even know what happened. And it's like, oh, with the phones, you call your mom, and your mom calls you parent, whatever, caregiver, whatever. So they call you, they expect you to pick up first ring. You call them, second ring, third ring. Sometimes they don't even answer, and when they don't, they're like, oh, it's busy. Oh, I was busy. Oh, I was busy. But if you did that, they're ready to take away your phone. They're like, oh my God, you didn't answer me. And I'm like, you didn't answer me. I could have been in danger. Or something. I don't know. It's just answer. Just answer the phone, parents. Answer the phone. So, when your parent is on the phone and you're like, they're passing up somewhere, like they ask you what do you want to eat, right? And someone calls them, right? And you see like the place where you want to go to eat, and you're pointing at it, you're like tapping them, and you're like, and they're like, and then they chew you out for like trying to interrupt your conversation. I'm like, you passed up the place where we were supposed to get food. This bothers me so much. I promise I'm not this salty, but I'm salty. So it's like, you asked for my input and you're passing it up. What did you expect me to just stop? Just stop. So, and then she tells me, like, you could have just waited. I'm like, if I would have just waited, you'll be like, oh, I've already passed it up, I'm not going back. I know you, Mom. I'm talking directly to you, Mom. I know you. I know how you operate. You're not gonna do a fucking U-turn right after you passed it up. And I live in New Orleans. Honestly, the nearest U-turn is like 5 blocks away, and it's like, the streets, they're so like, there's a lot of like woods and canals and that kind of stuff, so it's like, no, you can't really, like, if something's like on like a back street, and there's like, and sometimes it's just like a canal or like a strip of woods or just something like that behind it. It's like, oh, you passed it up, screw you then. And when it's at night, oh my God, it's so dark. It's so dark. The street lights are like, I live like in the, like, not quite ghetto, but we pay our taxes, but we never get to see them. Yeah, because they're going to build a wall. Yep. Oh my God, I brought that up. So it's just gonna be like right there, and we're driving down a dark street, and it's like, I can't even see before me. I can't even see behind me. I can't even see left to right. It's that bad. You think I'm joking, but I'm not. And I'm sorry for the bad singing. I'm not here to sing to you. So, okay. One of these things, I always like. I love New Orleans, right? Everyone loved where they grow up, depending where you grew up. So, and I have went like to Atlanta. This was like a couple of years ago. The food is so different everywhere else. I can't see how you guys survive. It's like the food is so different, and I'm used to the spices and the rice and the seafood being ready when you snap your fingers. If you feel like eating seafood in the middle of the goddamn night, you're able to. And that's my phone. And talking about my phone notifications, at me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. I'm funny. You can see into my life. I'm always posting. Follow me on Twitter. Yep. Shameless plug. It's very lonely over there. Please. Okay. So, before you click off this video, because I'm beginning for followers, I'm trying to see how much we have left on this video. Alright. God. You know, people are... Okay, I was back to talk about doing YouTube is easy. My throat literally hurts right now. I am not used to, like, holding a conversation with myself for 30 minutes. Because if you haven't noticed, my brain, I'm so scatterbrained. So having someone else there kind of keeps me on track. I'm doing this by myself. So I have no one to be like, I set my real name, so I had to bleep that out. So I have no one to say, oh, Vera, you're saying that wrong. What were you talking about? You're talking too fast. You lost me, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. So anyway, I really scatterbrained. Like, to the point where it's like, how do you function? Answer, I don't. So it's just like, I'm not a normal human being. You know how people are like, people could talk to people, go outside, do all that kind of stuff. Nope, not me. I'm just a small bean, a small bean in a big world. Come save me. So I think I have one more. I have time to do one more story. Okay, art and writing. The difference between that. There's a lot of people that are gonna be like, I know the difference between art and writing. It's totally different things. It's not. They're both make you artists, and you go through the same process, you use the same part of the brain, and that kind of stuff. So anyway, when I just wrote, I had a hard time accepting myself as an artist because I wasn't a traditional artist. Even now, I'm not a traditional artist because I do digital stuff. You don't want to see my real life stuff. Nope. I'm not. But an artist is whatever you do. No matter if it's like making videos, if you're a photographer, or even if you make good Sims, I consider that art. Especially my fugly Sims that comes out of the womb looking. Oh my god. Can we talk? Okay, EA, let's have a talk. You can have like the prettiest Sims and some of the most handsome Sims, right, have ugly children, like ugly children. So what I noticed is you don't want to have like strong jaw structures if you want to have something to have Sim. Have kids, good looking kids that you don't have to edit, because strong jaw structures, they're gonna like look really weird, especially if they're like a I can't say that, I'm trying to be politically correct. So and like not too strong of a nose or anything like that, because it's more likely to EA is gonna be like, oh, you're gonna get an ugly baby. Because it can't understand that if you think your nose is bigger than the witch of the east or the west, I don't know. I don't care. You know what I mean, right? Right? I hope someone knows what I mean. So anyway. So let me tell you a little bit about Talky Tuesday. Talky Tuesday is going to be over all the outtakes from the week or the month or the year, because I have enough footage right now, I think, for the maybe 2. So anyway, I'm going to high school this year. So I'm not nervous to be going to high school. I am nervous to be doing YouTube during high school. I have no little Simsy. I'm not a good noodle. I'm not a good noodle. I'm a very bad noodle. I have terrible time management. So I pick at things, and then it's like, okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that later, and never get around to doing it. Yep. So what I plan on doing, especially because I'm going to such a rigorous school, I'm probably gonna pre-record like the whole month to get me like ahead. And you might be seeing a lot of Cards Against Humanity. A lot of Cards Against Humanity. And like at least some of the more like stuff that I can't just like pump out. So the things I can't just like pre-record is probably sucky games for girls, because sucky online games is kind of like, you guys get to pick the games, but if I don't get any suggestions, I play by myself. So anyway, so how this channel works, I pre-record Saturday and Sunday. I edit on Sunday and I record on Saturday. So if you, per se, you commented on a video Saturday, there's a chance, it's more likely I'm not going to see it before I record. And that will take effect next week. I'm looking at my schedule again, because I can't remember which one I post on. Yeah, Saturday Sucky Online Games. Yep. So Saturday Sucky Online Games is going to be the week after that week that you requested that. And Talky Tuesday is just going to be, it's just whatever I feel like talking about. I'm sorry. But if you want me to talk about a subject, go, like, link me articles. I could be very political at times. I do like to read. I do like to be caught up. And if you have anything you want to do, like, comment, subscribe, hit that like button.